Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Standing by the turkey, 1 week into the Pennsylvania turkey season. We've got successful hunters, and then I'm hearing some people aren't seeing or hearing turkeys. Why and where? Research is underway to figure out what's going on with the Pennsylvania turkey population. You may remember when Warden Jerry Capral, now the Education and Information Supervisor for the Pennsylvania Game Commission, was sitting in the cabin, and we talked about research. So now I'm going to get to a subject that a lot of people are talking about. I've been turkey hunting for years. I don't think there's as many turkeys. I think the population is dwindling. First of all, what's up with the turkey population?
In some areas, that might be a legitimate concern, but just like everything else, a lot, whether we're talking about turkey, deer, or anything else, habitat, whether it's habitat variation, habitat destruction, or habitat changes, these all factor into the turkey populations. Now there's other things too, depredation, biological changes, weather. Wet, damp springs really has a detrimental effect on turkey populations. So, the best we could hope for is like a warm, dry spring. It enables the birds to survive better when they're in the ground nests, and that's just what we hope for. But that's one of the things that our turkey study is trying to find out.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed for that.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
You guys have been working turkeys for months now, if not years.
Yes.
There's always research going on. Tell me about the latest research.
Okay, well, 3 years ago, we started banding gobblers only here in most northeastern parts of the state here. And the idea behind that was we had goals in different management units to try to get 15 gobblers and 15 jakes minimum in the management units. And again, when we're talking about the male birds, it was strictly trap the birds, get leg bands on them, check the general health of the bird, measure the spur length, and then they got kicked loose, okay? This year, we started in Management Unit 3D, putting not only the bands on the hens, but also radio transmitters. And in the past, we were only interested in the males, but now for this year in Management 3D, we also started trapping the females. And in 3D, our goal was to trap and attach 25 transmitters, and fortunately, our biologists and trapping teams were able to do that. So we've got 25 females out there right now that are walking, flying, or whatever with transmitters on their back.
And you brought one to show us, right?
I brought one with me, yep, absolutely. And this is it. Basically, again, we capture the birds the same way we did when we were capturing the gobblers. The cannon nets go out, we get the birds under, we have to get up there, get the birds calmed down, get them out one at a time. So again, they would get the band on them. They were taking blood samples, they were taking tissue swabs to check for various diseases, and then this transmitter got attached to the back, and it went on the back of the turkey, just behind the neck, and it basically had these elastic bands that went above and below, and once this got on, then the bird was released. There were various reactions to the birds when they got this transmitter on. Some flew away like there was nothing on there. Some just stood there like, what is this thing on my back? Do I have a predator back there or whatever? But eventually they adjusted and they left the area. So
once they fly away, if a hunter harvests one with a band, whether it's a gobbler or a hen with that, you need to know that, right?
Yep, absolutely. And that's the whole idea behind the bands. We often get questions, I didn't know if I could shoot it or not. It had a band, or, bears have ear tags or radio collars or whatever. No, that's the whole idea. We need to know where these, in this case in the turkeys, how far are they dispersing? Just different characteristics about them. But again, do not hesitate to shoot a banded or transmitted bird. Mortality is part of the survey. We would need to see how far are they traveling, what kind of nest success are they having, the dispersal rates. But again, on mortality, how did the bird die? Was it harvested by a hunter? Was it killed by a predator? Did it get hit and killed by a car, or whatever? So that's all important to us, and that's the whole reason behind the bans. But yep, obviously, you kill one, report it to us. We need to know.
And again, I'm out in the public a lot like you are. We hear all kinds of things. What about the fishers? What about the coyotes and the fox? The predators are everywhere. Never saw them before. This will help you determine if most of them get hit by cars or killed by predators. Once you find that, you could have a good idea.
Yeah, that's correct. And again, Do predators kill turkey poults? Absolutely, but there's more than one predator. We do hear a lot of complaints about the fishers, but other things out there too. You got to remember, turkeys are ground nesting birds, and for that first few weeks of their life, until they're strong enough to fly up to the trees to roost, they're subject to depredation by everything that walks. So, skunks, raccoons, possums, fishers, coyotes, anything like that. So, but again, if we find a dead bird that we could see that was killed by depredation, then we could try to track down what was it that killed it.
Yeah. So you've got a bunch of studies going on out there, and you're including what's killing it. All I've got to ask you after that is, are there any other biological concerns, like, for example, the grouse population we know is directly affected by West Nile virus? Are they looking at this too? Are you guys looking at, could there be something funny coming into the air or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's the reason for the tissue swabs and the blood samples. Avian pox is one of the big ones. Avian flu now is another one of the big ones that we're looking at here. So they're the two areas of primary concern, but they could be looking for other things such as West Nile virus or something that may pop up that we don't even know about yet. So that's important too. It's better to be proactive than reactive.
And of course, we got to say thank you very much, Jerry. And we're going to stay on top of that with other biologists and things going on with the turkeys. You want more information, of course, you can always go to the Pennsylvania Game Commission homepage. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.